I'm Ken Rockwell. I just got what I believe is my Nikon Z9 from my friends at B&H, and I'm going to open her up and see what's inside. And yes, for those of you who complained, I did get my 1-inch long pocket knife sharpened. My key ring has got too much on it. And guess what? I'm doing this behind a bunch of studio microphones and lights, and so I can't even reach over here. So God bless the fact that I can get anything done at all here. This is not going to work. But hey, look at that. What did I get? Oh, yeah. It's a big old box. Now, notice that the box from B&H is sealed, as I always stress. I don't think it's going to be different. Get this out of the way here. Let's see what I got. Let's see what the Nikon Z9 actually has. Is there anything to see on the box here that's unusual or interesting? A bunch of the usual safety markings. Sorry about the sound effects. No extra charge. Included accessories. Camera made in Thailand. Why do I like my stuff made domestically in Japan? Just like I like my American cars made domestically in Detroit. Just like I like my German cars made domestically in Sindelfingen or Stuttgart. If I'm going to pay thousands of dollars for something, I want it made in a first world country. That's just me. When the manufacturer offshores something to save them money, I don't get excited. And you know how I vote? With my dollars. This may very well get sent back. We'll see. I've got my serial number. I've got my card. 1 year. Continental United States. Okay, good. So we have a legitimate USA product, which is what you get when you buy from B&H. Notice, of course, the camera is completely unsealed. Something I can't stress enough is, if you're silly enough to buy this at a retail store, I haven't bought it retail since the 70s when I learned this. At the retail store, guys are taking this out, fooling around with it. Customer comes in, oh, my battery's kind of dead. Could you give me another one? Sure. The guy goes in the back and swaps it out from this new camera for his buddy. And you're buying a camera with a used battery, a used camera, a camera that another customer maybe dropped, camera that maybe one of the salespeople at the store used for the weekend, took back, maybe dropped a couple times and brought back, or cleaned the sensor, spitting on it by accident. Who knows? The point is, these boxes are unsealed. I think that's inappropriate. If I buy a compact disc or a bottle of milk or even a can of Coke, I know if it's been opened or not. A $7,000 camera? No, you take your chances. Do I want to take my chances? No. That's why I only buy from legitimate online sources. Why? Because the online sources, B&H has a warehouse bigger than most small cities, and all the stuff gets shipped from the warehouse. It doesn't get shipped from their retail store where salespeople can touch it. And heaven help you buy it someplace like Worst Buy. I mean, guy goes in the back, the salespeople touch the product. That is a no-no when you have unsealed products like these. What have we got? Okay, this is the camera body. We're going to look at that last. Save the good stuff for last. What's in here? I'm going to presume in here we have accessories. Let's see what we get. That's the whole point of this video, so I can figure out what comes with the camera. How exciting. Okay, what's this? Could be anything. Could be a charger? Pretty wimpy charger if it is. It is. It's a wimpy charger. It's only a one-shot charger. Ah, it's got PD power input, and it's got the usual functions. That's nice, because it's PD, it means you can plug in anywhere. Ah, here we go. Ha, output, salida. Ha, ha. Made in China. Does it have any safety certifications? CSA, UL, underwriters listed? No, I don't know what the current ones are. Oh, that's energy performance. That's not safety performance. Are there any safety certifications? I don't see underwriters listed, but you know, that could be obsolete. I don't know what the current safety standards are. But you know, you're not going to use this. I'm not going to use this charger. I'm going to put it away and never use it again, because I believe, although I have not yet confirmed, that the Z9 charges the battery internally via USB, probably USB-C, which is the way I charge my cameras. Because, for me anyway, we're all different, but USB-C for me is a very universal kind of charging thing. And I have power banks and ports and adapters and solar chargers and everything else that all can support that. Ah, here's our battery. It's got a 3D Nikon hologram. It's a shiny battery. Where's the battery made? I mean, Canon even makes their batteries for the R3 in Japan. This little beast comes from Notice, made in Japan. God bless them. Okay, good. At least it's a battery that I will suspect probably will not catch fire on me. And again, buying it from B&H along with the original camera, it's probably a legitimate Nikon battery, not a counterfeit. ENEL18 Delta. Okay, swell. This little cap here, this is so when you put them in your pocket, you don't short out these terminals. Although these are recessed, so it's less likely that their keys are going to short circuit them in a pocket. But you don't want to get a hot pocket short circuiting these things carrying around. At least in your pocket, you'll probably feel it after about however long and do something about it. But if it happened in your camera bag with a bunch of filters or something, who knows? Okay, USB-A to USB-C cord. Not exciting, but gosh, if you need it, you need it. Oh, cute. How courteous of them. This is a very nice feature. This is a USB-C PD charger, I assume. Good, it works worldwide. The output, it's not really PD. It's only 5 volts at 3 amps or 15 watts. Lame. Okay, notice how it says in big letters Nikon Corp Japan, but where do they source this? Etsu in China. Okay, let's see. Pin out. This is a kludge. Look at this. Look at this permanently attached cord that comes out the side. Then you've got a cable. This thing here, this is for radio frequency interference. This is a ferrite core that tried to reduce the conducted high-frequency interference that may go across from this to your camera, which I don't think should be much of a concern. And we've got a USB-C output, so this will charge your camera. Honestly, notice you've now got 3 ways to charge your camera. You have that plug-into PD charger. You've got this one cable that let you charge from USB-A into either that charger or the camera. And you've got this device here, which will either let you plug AC into the included external charger or into the side of the camera. And we have a strap. It just says Nikon Z, doesn't say Z9. Nikon Z strap. I just leave these things in the box for resale time. Okay, this is what they call a cable strain relief. It's not. This attaches to the side of the camera, and so when you pull on the cord attached to a camera, it's less likely you're going to break. This doesn't do anything other than protect the connector in the camera. Guess what? The camera's still going to get pulled off the tripod or wherever it's standing if somebody trips on that cable and pull your whole camera to the floor. At least the socket won't need to be replaced. And this, I'm going to assume, is another accessory for this. Good luck. Again, I don't use that. But, we're all different. Duh. That's why there's so many different models of camera and everything. Everybody's different. Everybody has different preferences. Everybody has different things that are important to them. Okay, good. This stuff can go back in the boîte. And let's see if I can fetch our camera from said box. Thailand. I love Thailand. But when I'm a precision manufactured camera, top level technology, I want it made in Germany. I want it made in Switzerland. I want it made in France. First world country. Okay, here's our camera. Here's our Z9. Tell you what, I'm going to get this box out of the way. Wow, box is heavy with all that free stuff included, but it's not free. Okay, here is our camera. Now, the full review will be at kenrockwell.com, and actually there's a page up there now where I'll have all the specifics about what's metal, what's not. This is nice. I feel metal here. That's good. This is a nice, solid-feeling camera. We've got a little screen protector on there. Oh, I should say a screen protector. It's just for shipping. They don't want people going, my screen is scratched when it shows up. Okay, this is plastic. Feels cheap. How do I move this? There probably is a lock. Yeah, here's my lock. The clicks are very faint. It's like it doesn't even click, which is sad because that's going to make it difficult. When we're shooting, we usually want to be able to run this by feel, count clicks to get from one to the other. That's not going to work in actual shooting. You're going to have to wait and look at the screen. It's interesting. Look at this eye cup compared to the Canon R3 eye cup. This is very shallow. Totally different idea for design. Also, it's not very big. The high eye point cameras used to have huge portholes. This is just a small hole. I see an eye sensor there. Here's a little dioptometric adjustment cap. What's interesting? These are smaller than they've been before. In other words, back in olden days, each of these was big, took up like a quarter of this. Now, if you push it at the 1/8 points, you get nothing. Bracket mode flash. Got a screen up top here, not a mode dial. I prefer the mode dial. You know what the problem is? You know what's missing on this camera? If you look at Nikon's first camera that used this button and wheel configuration instead of dedicated shutter speed knobs and so forth, that was a Nikon F5 of the 1990s, probably the most durable Nikon camera ever made. It had a lock on this control. So when you're out shooting a job, if this gets knocked and you go to make your shot, you're still going to get your shot because it won't get knocked off. With this switch, this is defective. It needs to have an interlock on this switch so it won't get set to off accidentally because it's very easy to knock. Canon cameras do it better. They put the power switch over here where you're not going to knock it. With this, with regular use, this happens to me all the time on these cameras. I go to shoot, nothing happens, and I scratch my head and go, oh, somehow it got knocked to off. It's supposed to have an interlock button here that you have to press to move it. Like, why they bother to interlock this for shutter mode? You're still going to get your shot if you're in the wrong mode here. But you can't knock this accidentally, and this is not really going to get knocked accidentally. Look at this. This little piece of camera here, you see that tab there? That gets knocked. That sticks out. That's a defect, but too bad. Nikon's been making cameras defective like this for 20 years now, ever since the F6 came out and they took that lock off. You know, it is nice. These are rubbery. Does feel a bit better than, everything feels better than Sony. Maybe even feels a little bit better than Canon. And they're at angles. Are they at angles? No, that one's not at an angle, but this one's at an angle. That's good. See, everything's angled so it feels well. That's good. This feels so much better than Sony. When you shoot every day for a living, that can really get on you. This is a tiny little control pad here. These switches and buttons, okay, there's a little lip around this one. So this you can feel. These you can feel just by that. Duplicate set of vertical controls. Very good. Good. I can reach this. Oh, interesting. A duplicate info button. Look at that. Look at that. The text is rotated. Very good. Compliments to Nikon for that. Good. We've got our mic button, a voice recorder. Very important. When you're shooting professionally, shooting events and sports or even portraits, you want to get the guy's spelling, or somebody else walks in, I'll get his picture too, get the spelling of his name, be it for the newspaper or be it for the corporate annual report. Quality white balance. Gee, these have been around since the F5 in the 1990s. Oh, this is awful. What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? What is a science experiment here? What are they? You've got to be, can't say that on TV. You've got to be kidding me. Honestly, I don't even like pivot screens because you'll notice the screen area itself is pretty tiny. You're losing maybe half an inch or a centimeter all around here, as well as this. I want, in the world of tomorrow, my iPhone has double the screen area of this thing. I want the screen to go all the way out here, and I don't need it to be wobbling around. But what will it do? This is good. If you want to shoot from holding the camera below while you're above, that works well. If you want to hold the camera over your head, gee, this will only go at about 40 degrees, not barely, bend a little bit. Maybe get 45. So you can shoot over your head. That's good. Does it rotate around for self-portraits? No, it doesn't. Oh, if you're shooting vertically on the ground, okay, it'll let you do that. This is, what's the word? Inelegant. Looks kludgy. And I don't know if there's a way to go around for self-portraits, but self-portraits, give me a break. Use your iPhone for self-portraits. At least that's what I do. Okay, here's all the stickers on the inside here. Can we see it? Here we go. There it is. Made in Thailand, offshored. Not that we don't love Thailand, but if you're paying for a premium camera from a company based in Japan, I want them to make it in Japan. So the serial number is printed on here. That's okay because this is protected. You're not going to wear this off. When they print it on someplace on the exterior of the camera, like down here, like the R3, I don't like that. I've had people write me who have had professional multi-$1,000 lenses that had the serial number somehow put on in a non-permanent, non-engraved sort of way. And this happened with Nikon. And the guy who bought it legitimately sends it into Nikon for service, and they send it back saying, oh, there's no serial number. This could be stolen. We're not going to fix it. And he's like, you can't say that on TV. You guys put the serial number on with a sticker. You've got to be kidding me. For pro use, these things are handled all along. They get worn out. This becomes shiny with use, and this is solid alloy. You know what's nice is this bottom plate is metal, and these little nubbins are rubber. That's nice. This has a lot of nice touches to it. Honestly, this feels tougher than the R3. But the other problem is, here's another way of trouble. You see this lock button here? This is just a way to maybe I can angle grinder this off or Dremel this off. This is a way to make the camera not work. In other words, you're carrying it around, down here at the bottom here on the corner, that'll never get knocked when I'm carrying my camera. And if it gets knocked to L, you know what L stands for? It stands for lock. Now, when you pick up the camera to make vertical shot, it won't work. I've been doing this for so long, I'm astounded that I don't figure it out the first time. When the camera's locked, it won't shoot, and it takes me a long time to figure out that, oh, maybe it's this switch. That's not appropriate. You guys can make fun of me for making fun of that, but when you have to shoot every day and produce pictures, that is not good. It says lock. Is this a cover? Is this the lock to attach your camera? Like if you're working in a school or a prison, you can lock it down so it's less likely to get stolen. Oh, I don't like this. Here's a card latch. I still can't get it. There. Oh, gosh, that's a pain. It closes well, but now it's more steps to open. And guess what? I've never had a problem with any of these doors opening by accident. When they're in here like this, in my hand, they never push themselves against my hand by magic. So I don't have a problem with that. Sony does this. Canon doesn't. With Canon, I can just pop it open. That's not good. This door, plastic, not metal like on my D3. We've got some big fat cards here. What are they? Front side, does it say what kind of card? No, but my review certainly does. These are plastic. What's these? All this stuff's plastic. Connectors. Oh gosh, there's a little LED there. I don't know if you can see it. Good luck seeing that. That's probably the charge indicator, which I think some of the Sony cameras do this also. They put a charge indicator there, which you never can see when you're actually trying to charge. Okay, we've got mic input, headphone input, and Ethernet. Ethernet. Come on, Ethernet. I've never used an Ethernet connector on my camera. HDMI and USB-C. Anything on there? No, just USB icon. A little three arrow icon. This? I can't tell offhand. This feels like nice plastic. This also feels like plastic. Ah, this is the way it ships. You have to take that battery out. It's hilarious. Nikon sells you the battery and sells you this piece separately. They actually think that you're going to change batteries by pulling these two things apart, removing the battery from this holder. No, anytime you want a battery, you want it like this. Although when you have this cap on it, they're a pain to carry around in your back pocket. And I've had that problem. You carry one of these batteries in your back pocket, it is not comfortable. But you want to just slap it in and out like magazine on a handgun. You just want to, in, out. You don't want to have to futz around with it, which now you would have to do if you didn't have this on there. But that's what it is. Okay, we've got metal here. Metal there. That's good. This is the latch that you use to get your battery in and out of that little holder. Mystery knob. Mystery button. Okay, I don't know what that is. What the? No, I don't know what that is. But that's why I have a written review where all will be revealed. Oh ho. Okay, we've got 3 function buttons. God bless them. The more function buttons, the merrier. Because actually, that's right. We've got 3 fingers here. Ah, this is well designed. Nikon is certainly the best in-hand feeling pro camera. Sony doesn't even make a pro camera. In other words, one with a non-detachable vertical grip. The R3 is nice. It's fine, but it's not perfect. This is pretty perfect. Notice how this is curved? That's where your hand goes. That's where my hand goes. It's relatively straight on Canon, but it's still not that bad. But these 3 function buttons, boom, fall right under my 3 big American fingers flawlessly. But now when I'm shooting vertically, defect, camera defect, my 3 function buttons should be right along here. Honestly, I prefer my Canon that has but 2 function buttons here, but they also have 2 function buttons, so when I go to vertical, I have my functions. Now, it expects me to reach over here. No. I can do it, but it's not comfortable. I can't hit function 3, but hold on. Function 3 now with my primary finger here, but when I'm this way, no, defect. Now function 1 is what's under this finger. Do you have any idea how confusing it is when you're shooting? You're shooting horizontal and everything's working, then you go to vertical and your function button's just moved? That's a defect. Okay, well, the complete review is coming. I think that covers essentially what we get in the box with our brand new Nikon Z9. I thank you very much for watching Ken Rockwell here on kenrockwell.tv. And of course, everything, the real detail is up at kenrockwell.com. Thanks again for watching.